nobody could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I...
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready. 50 seconds to Mike. Check the outs. Check the out. Check the out. Check 15. Check 15.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Spiller. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Taylor. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. He'll take a shot for the ends, and that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Throwing, Hundley. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Let's get off the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hundley, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Hundley. Open here, Adam Thielen. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Grady Jarrett coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
45. Mike, 45. Danny. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
He'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Echo. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw here. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Fields. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hey, 4 down. Mike 8. Blue down.
On 3rd down, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It's been a long day for you. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 45's the mic. We got it. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45. Hey, defense. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Spiller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Off. Hey.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They run with Spiller. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Since the outlaw.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fields. He's got it. It's Spiller. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
On first down, Fields. And he'll find Hall.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Hundley now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 45.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Hundley now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Motion, motion. Go. It's coming. Go. This way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Jay. Check Mike 45.
Back to throw. This is caught. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Check. 59. Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Check.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Prater on to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be taken in at the 1. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Check 3. Check
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Bandit.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Hundley. That's complete to a speedy wideout, Goodwin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10.
Hundley now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Hundley. Oh, he's got a man open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Here we go. Come on. 59. Get that quarterback, D-line.
They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Set, ready. Get ready. Check 56. Switch, double up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards on the play. First down, Falcons.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Switch up. He's checking.
Now Spiller. And some room to run now. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack on first down, Hundley. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, It'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 20. Check hot.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. We got. Watch twins.
2nd and 1. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Push him back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down. Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coach,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hundley. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Check out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Again, they run it with Spiller. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Yo.
They'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He's back to throw. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back to throw. He completes it to Jones. The end result, 21 yards. We're going